Hey guys, welcome to Fishing with Gary today. We're up here at Apache Lake, just below Roosevelt Lake, and we're catching these smaller bass right now. This one's caught on a brush hog. And what I did was I was kind of going down the shore, and I came over a little secondary point right here, and I just turned the boat, and I just saw him down there, and he's just a little guy. But you know what? I was at Roosevelt Lake for the last 2 days, and you couldn't even hardly catch a bass. It was that bad. So I decided to come up the Bartlett, and not Bartlett, I got that on the mind, Apache, and try it up here. So fishing's a lot better up here than it is at Roosevelt. But you can see the riprap that I'm fishing on along through here. And the camera guy just kind of show these large chunky rocks. The fish can move up and down on these rocks a lot better than if it's real flat. So we've been catching them on these right in through here. So let me show you what I'm catching them on. I'm catching them on a 2/0 hook. And this is just one of my brush hogs I'm making. It's more close to a watermelon candy, but it's a moss hog. I'm using a 3/16 ounce tungsten weight, just sliding up and down like this. And I'm Texas rigging this because you can imagine if that hook's sticking out, it's going to be getting caught. So tell you what, why don't you guys just come along with me and I'll fish a little bit and I'll just kind of explain what I'm doing, all right? Catch you in a few. All right, guys, let me just kind of explain. Everybody always sends me texts and saying, you know what, I use the brush hog and I don't catch fish. You got to have faith in it, and I work it a little bit different than other people, you know. Everybody has their own technique of throwing it out. I like to throw the bait 10 feet from the bank. The fish are in 12 feet of water, 15 feet of water. So why do I want to throw it in a foot of water? You know, that's just me. So I'm letting that thing go down. I hold my rod up like this. I'm using 12-pound test. I'm using a very light rod and 12-pound monofilament. So once I let it go to the bottom, I let it hit, maybe in 12, 15 feet of water. That's where the fish are right now. It's winter time. Water temperature is 55 degrees up here, and it's cold. So I'll pretend like there's a fish looking at it when I throw it out. Because 90% of the time when it hits the bottom, usually you get your strikes. So I'll pretend that. I'll kind of shake it like this. Maybe shake it a little bit more. Let it go back to the bottom. Hold it still. If I get a bite, I'm going to jam it to them. Guys, if you're Texas rigging, and 90% of my people that I take fishing won't do that. He bites this tungsten, the whole bait, and it's in his mouth. When you feel that little bitty bite, it's in his mouth. Set the hook. I set always on the first. I know you guys from the Midwest and stuff like that, you let those walleye and all those fish just chew on that bait, chew on it. They won't do it here. There's so much pressure at our lakes here that you got to set it, get a bite, set that hook. And I mean, you got to really jam that to them. So get used to that. You'll catch a lot more fish doing that. Drop shot, you don't have to do that. All right, let's keep going. Oh boy. You know, when you set the hook and your rod bends over like that, you know you got a little bit better one. I'm in 31 feet of water, folks, right now. The graph's in 31. When I catch them that deep, I reel them up slow. Oh, here he is. He's not a giant, but you know what? He's a bigger one. Look at the coloring on this thing, guys. This water is 10 foot clear, but look at the green on this thing and how fat they are. These things are really healthy. Almost all these bass in here are stocked by the Arizona Game and Fish Department. They're all Florida strain bass. So let's get him back in there. Make sure he goes back down. So you can see that. Let me talk about tungsten, all right, first. Let's just talk about tungsten versus lead. If you can afford it, you can fill that bait on the bottom a lot better not with lead, but with tungsten. And I know everybody says, tungsten are too expensive. You know what? Bass Pro lowered their prices. They've got tungsten just under $6 for 4 of them, along with let's see, Copper State has 4 of them for under $6 too. So you don't lose very many baits, and worms. I'm using a 1/0 Bass Pro Shop hook, and make sure that bait's nice and straight, okay? Because it's the worst thing they want is something that's all crooked, okay? All right, let's continue. This was an easy one, guys. I'm watching my graph, and I saw a big old ball of shad with 2 fish there, and I just dropped it down into 31 feet of water. I don't know, I thought he was a little dink. He's a little bit bigger than what I thought. Oh my God. He is chunky. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look how black he is. Oh my gosh. The other ones were real green. Look at that, how dark he is on the top. He's even got a black spot on his tongue. Man, that's a dark one. Beautiful bass, big, healthy bass. Man, they are thriving in this lake. Thanks to the Arizona Game and Fish for stocking it every year with a couple 100,000. So today, I couldn't catch any real shallow fish, folks, because the water's 55 degrees and they all went deeper. All right, so we stuck to, and I got Scott with me, one of my friends. We stuck to steep, droppy banks like this, 90-degree banks, and you can see the size of the rocks and boulders that are on here. So it's so I'm working this. Sorry about that. I got a call in between in filming. I'm just kind of shaking that over these rocks, And if you get caught with a tungsten, all you gotta do is don't pull it real hard to get it off. Just go up there and get behind it and just pop it. It comes right off. I haven't lost a weight yet today. I think Scott lost 1. So I'll just kind of jerk it like this. But I did not catch any shallow fish. We did not catch any jerkbait fish this morning. We didn't catch any crankbait fish this morning. All they wanted was something on the bottom. We caught them on little crawdads. Scott uses his power worms. He loves his power worms. Camel, he does good with that. I'm sitting in 34 feet of water. Look how close I am to the bank, guys. Sit your boat. Don't be sitting on top of the fish in 15 feet of water. Get off the shore. It doesn't matter if you're in 100 feet of water, as long as you're throwing 10 feet from the bank, okay? Trust me, you'll catch more fish, and I don't care if it's at Apache, Roosevelt, Bartlett. Throw to the fish. Don't throw on the bank. Throw it down 10 feet off the bank. Let them hit them on the head and cause them to bite. We're causing them to hit that reaction bait. So try some of those tips. You'll catch more fish. And thank you for watching my videos. It's a beautiful day up here, up at Apache Lake. We're back on Roosevelt tomorrow. You've been watching Gary Sim Fishing, Arizona.